See the rest of the lineup: Haley Kripe, Olivia Bruno. Bruno can put it right out of the park. Oklahoma set to go today. Kelly Maxwell will be in the circle for the Sooners. 26 appearance on the season, 16-2.
She has been throwing the best she has been, and she has been such an impact player for Oklahoma. Moves the ball well. She's got her drop that she throws on both sides of the plate. She'll go up in the zone. She's got that incredible off speed.
Oklahoma State transfer. The slapper Limbaugh slaps it and making the play. A nice play by Tiari Jennings. But couldn't get her glove on it over at first base, as we saw Sydney Sanders.
And Presley Limbaugh doing a good job of using her speed. And if you noticed, Oklahoma had a bit of a shift on. But Tiari Jennings doing a good job of seeing this ball in front of her, going to go get it. But Sanders just not making the catch at first.
Ruled ahead, bringing up Ainsley Linduff. Linduff back home playing in Oklahoma City. Her opponent today, the Oklahoma Sooners, playing just 21 miles away from Norman. Sooner faithful has made the trip. Nice turnout here. Linduff, blooper. First two runners are aboard for Kansas. Couldn't ask for a better start.
Yes, Linda and Limbaugh behind each other. They are just a force to be reckoned with in the 1 and 2 hole. They are a 1-2 punch. And then Linduff just feeding off of Limbaugh.
Lyric Moore, who has been red hot into the batter's box, hitting .297 on the season. The senior from Mountain House, California.
And yesterday, Lyric Moore, to me, was the difference maker of turning it over and getting the bat to Haley Kripe.
Seeing eye single. Coming around to score is Limbaugh. 1-0 Kansas early. Well, if you're just joining us, it's been an upset afternoon with BYU beating second-ranked Oklahoma State 7-2. Jayhawks trying to pick up where they left off.
And Lyric Moore just hitting behind the runner, and you can see the defensive shift that the Sooners have on the Jayhawks. But that allows Moore to have her first RBI of the day.
Quick visit to the mound. Pitching coach Jennifer Rocha. What do you think this conversation's all about? What's being said in the circle?
Just slowing it down and getting back to her game. You know, she was doing a good job of trying to rely on her defense, but continuing to do the same thing. And you just got to trust that the defense will be there. They had a couple shifts on. And so sorting that out.
Activity in the Oklahoma bullpen. This is quick trouble for the Sooners. Nobody out, runners on second and third. One run comes across the plate for Kansas. And if you're Patty Gasso and her staff, you're coming off losing 2 of 3 at home against Oklahoma State. So mixing things up might not be a bad idea. Stay status quo for now. Haley Kripe at the plate. 5 RBIs yesterday. Chance at a couple more. Overpowered. 0-2.
And Haley Kripe is just taking her aggressive swings as she should. But just got to keep in mind that pitch selection, that's a little bit high.
Check swing, fouled away. Lifted into left field. Riley Boone puts it away. Tagging is Lindorf, and the throw by Boone to keep her honest in the third base, and the Sooner faithful loves it. Coach Jennifer McFalls talking with Lindorf. Do you like the decision to stay there?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, you always want to make sure you check to see where your outfielders are. And if you saw Boone, she was playing a little shallow, and the throw was money, on point. She would have been hosed.
Riley Boone is just electric out there in left field as we see Olivia Bruno. There's Riley Boone, one of the most fun players to watch in college softball. 24 career home runs for Olivia Bruno. That is 9th all time in Jayhawk history. Lindorf at third, Lyric Moore at second. Maxwell in some trouble. Continues to battle. Bruno goes fishing. First strikeout of the afternoon for Maxwell.
And Maxwell picks up her first K of the day with her backdoor curve on the outer half.
Campbell Bagshaw hitting 300 on the season. 339 with runners in scoring position and 345 with 2 outs. High and inside. Counts even at 1-1.
And that rise on the inner half is such a gutsy pitch. Lefties going into righties. It takes a lot of confidence as a pitcher to do that.
Right down Main Street.
That's that drop on the outer half.
And Natasha, if Oklahoma can get out of this with just 1 run, that'd be a moral victory. Although I'm sure Patty Gasso will tell me there are no moral victories. Campbell Bagshaw, a free swinger. 32 RBIs on the season. Can she tack on a couple more? Torres gloves it, goes over to Sanders, and the Sooners out of trouble. Been an interesting stretch for Coleman. She is hitting .227 over the last month. Now, we're talking about a historic college softball player, hit her 90th career home run late last month. But this is not typical for her, and it's never really happens for a player of this caliber towards the end of their career.
Right, and you know, from talking to Coach Gasso, she says, my seniors, they have a lot of distractions, you know. They are one of the first classes to be seeking to be the first time to be a 4-time national champion. And so, you know, a lot of pressure on her back, and just coming into the season, I'm sure she's putting a lot of pressure on herself as well.
No better time to snap out of it than May. By the way, nothing like a stretch where you hit 227 over a month and you're still hitting 400.
Right. But, you know, uncharacteristic to what she's been able to do and show that she could do over her career.
Lizzie Ludwig in the circle for the Jayhawks. Ludwig came on for 2/3 and got the save last night against Houston. She gets the start today.
And Ludwig has just been lights out for the Jayhawks. She came in a relief position yesterday, and you know, we thought we might see Hamilton today, but when we talked to Coach McFall, she has so much confidence in Ludwig. And we can look to see her keeping it more down in the zone, more off speed.
Twelfth appearance of the season for Ludwig. ERA 4.97. Opponent's batting average 266. Ella Parker is your batter. The freshman from familiar territory for you, Los Angeles, California.
I'm very familiar with Ella Parker. It's been awesome to see her just blossom and bloom, and she's such a quiet, confident athlete just as a freshman, and she exudes so much confidence without even saying anything. Such an elite swing.
Coleman down at first. Ball 3. What have you liked about her development, Parker?
Her discipline. She just continues to have discipline, but I think at this level, just understanding the strike zone and having a good understanding of being a professional hitter.
Takes a strike, counts at 3-1. Ludwig lets it rip. Down the line foul, just out of the reach of Bagshaw. Patty Gasso, 30th season as an Oklahoma head coach. Notched her 1,500th win on April 27th at UCF. Just the third coach in NCAA history ever to do so. 16 College World Series appearances and 7 national championships. When you talk to Coach Gasso or you hear her talk, she still keeps it very green, and there is so much gratitude. Talks about how she used to dream about coaching in this stadium when she was coaching at a junior college in California more than 30 years ago. And now she has dominated in that stadium. This stadium, as we see Parker take first base.
I think what's so impressive about Coach Gasso is just the respect she demands. You know, you talk to her and you already feel like, okay, like this is Patty Gasso, but it's the respect she demands, the expectation she demands from her players. She never lets up, but she's able to be critical, but also able to, you know, show her players that she loves them and hold them to a high standard.
Look at that dominance. 80 All-Americans. And 22 Big 12 titles. Would love to make it 23. Plenty of work to do to get there. Tiare Jennings in the batter's box. Opposite field for Jennings. Down the line, foul. Jennings, just the 8th player in NCAA history to hit 90 home runs. The San Pedro, California native accomplished that feat against UCF in the same game that Patty Gasso hit her 1,500th win. Runners on first and second. Moore does a nice job keeping it in front of him. One of the best defensive catches.
Yeah, she's impressive behind the plate and works for her pitchers.
Coleman at second, Parker down at first. Jennings launches it out of play. A lot of the prognosticators would say if the Jayhawks want to make it to the postseason, a win today is essential. 3-2 pitch coming from Ludwig. Right back up the middle, off Ludwig. Everybody's safe. home runs for Brito. With the eye of the tiger. Takes ball one. One 0 pitch coming to Brito. Brito launches it into right field. Fair! Down the line it goes. 2 runs come home. Sooners take the lead. If it wasn't hit so well, they would have gotten 3 home.
Brito, I mean, just trying to pump up her team here. Takes this pitch on the outer half and just bangs it. I mean, barely even puts a swing on it and has so much power, effortless power. She knows that she got a couple runs on there, but even as she's running around second base, she's thinking, man, I can get 3 on this. But you got teammates in front of you, Brito. Pumping up her team.
The placement was absolutely perfect, right on the chalk. So runners are on second and third. Alana Torres is the batter. Popped up. Coming over is Linduff. She squeezes it. Tagging from third base is Jennings. 3-1 Oklahoma. Torres gets the sac fly. Sooners get a 2-run lead.
And Linduff doing a good job of getting this ball in quick. She was in good positioning, I thought, to even try to attempt to make a play at home, but she makes some smart decision, goes to third. Doesn't allow Brito to go to third.
And one of the things Ludwig can ill afford to do today against a lineup like this is get behind and counts, and that's what she's been doing all inning long.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Against a lineup like the Sooners, you cannot afford to get behind. You've got to attack them early in the zone. Get them to put the ball in play. I mean, hopefully you're inducing some ground balls, inducing some pop flies, but once you work from behind, it's tough because now you're working over the heart of the plate.
Cassidy Pickering, the freshman from Humboldt, Texas. .377 on the season, 7 home runs. Runner in scoring position, .392 with runners on, .413 with runners in scoring position. They really don't get a break with this Oklahoma lineup.
You don't. Cassie Pickering.
Down the line, it is gloved by Bagshaw. 2 down.
And Cassidy Pickering just a little out in front on this. Rolls over on the inside pitch, and definitely fair.
Kinsey Hansen with the runner down the line at third. The Norco, California native. Another one of those sensational Sooner seniors. Drives it towards the gap, to the wall, off the base of it. 1 run scores, and Hansen driving in another run for the Sooners. 4-1 Oklahoma. 29th RBI of the year for Hansen.
And that is your over 400 hitter in the 7th spot. Your defensive player of the year. That can still bang it up. Kinsey Hansen, I mean, just incredible piece of hitting right here. Middle in, hits this to the left center gap. And now the Sooners are up 4-1.
Another 400 hitter, Riley Boone, bouncing in the batter's box. Another senior for Oklahoma. Patty Gasso says this is quite possibly the best senior class in the history of college softball.
Without a doubt, and you know, I kind of touched on it earlier, the first class to be a 4-peat national championship, and you know, she's just been trying to keep them present, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. There's a huge target on all of their backs, and just an incredible class. And all key pieces. I mean, you've got Kinsey Hansen behind the plate, key position, Jada Coleman in center, Riley Boone in left field, Tiari Jennings at short. I mean, just all impact players.
And you get excited, just, you know, somebody in my position, getting ready to do an Oklahoma softball game. You see the athletes, the exciting players. It's just a star-studded affair every time out, and you can't wait to watch them play. Boone, little awkward. Pride makes the play, safe. And that's Riley Boone. I mean, you know something about going down to first base in a short amount of time. She did it there.
And Riley Boone, I mean, I just love watching her play. Using her speed, and she's implemented more power in her game later in her career, but when she can still be versatile, utilize her speed, put that ball in play, put some pressure on defense, she does some incredible things.
Moore has Boone in a pickle. They're saying the run did score. Hansen across the plate. Home plate umpire Terry Holt with the authoritative call. The out is made in the pickle. Well, the Oklahoma senior class, that's sort of like a college softball Mount Rushmore. Natasha, but they were the winningest class in D1 history, a 71-game win streak from February 23rd or 23 to March 2024, and 3 consecutive national titles. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Never seen anything like it. Never in our game have we ever seen anything like it. I mean, that's why it's just, you know, our mouths drop to the floor of just seeing that graphic, because they just have been such an impactful class, and I kind of touched on it a little bit before, but they've been incredible to the game. They have changed the game, and they've inspired a ton. Inspired a lot of young ladies and inspired even some oldies like me.
2003, 2004. That's right, the UCLA Bruins, that was your squad.
It was. Many moons ago. Many moons ago.
As we take a look at repeat Women's College World Series champs. UCLA before your time, 88 to 90, and then Oklahoma, 2021 to 2023. Swinging through that is Ashlyn Anderson. Count goes full. Anderson 2 for 3 last night. Draws a walk and is back on base. A beautiful day here at the softball capital of the world. Sarah Rozak trying to take a piece out of this lead with a runner on first and nobody out. Rozak hitless last night, left 2 runners on base. Jayhawks surviving a late surge from the Houston Cougars last night to win. Hit towards the gap, coming over to make the play. And doubled up, yes! A phenomenal play by Pickering.
I just got chills. I mean, Cassidy Pickering just is on her horse to go get this. Off the bat, you thought that that was a hit immediately, but just to have the savvy to come up with that throw and to double her up is huge. 2 outs right there.
Unbelievable. And folks, Natasha does have goosebumps.
I did.
She did.
I really did.
And you can't fake goosebumps. You can't fake those. Courtesy of that young woman right there. Just a freshman, playing like one of these incredible seniors. Two-one pitch. Beats it down the third baseline. Brito snares it, gets it over to Sanders. Sooners out of the inning. The first baseman, Sanders, barrels up, drives it deep, and a nice grab by Linduff. We have seen some exceptional play over the last few moments in right field.
Linduff just doing a good job on her first step back, her drop step, and just takes that step, runs, dips that shoulder, makes a good catch.
Jada Coleman, that's deep, high, gone! And Jada Coleman's officially off the schneid, going deep. Six to 1, Oklahoma. 12th home run of the season for Coleman.
And Coleman and just doing what she does best, just electrifying the Sooner offense and just pumping up her team. I mean, just look at her staying in her legs and getting behind that ball. I think that's what stands out to me is she's not that big in size and uses all of her body to supply this power. And this ball gets out here in a hurry.
And this is not the place you want to get behind if you're the Kansas Jayhawks, because, boy, this crowd is all Sooners. Ella Parker walked and scored a run in her first at bat. Line down. We talk about Lyric Moore being a great defensive catcher, but how about this, Natasha?
I mean, just her trying to frame and win for her pitchers, and she's been doing that all tournament long since we've been here, but just working for her pitchers. And she's such a workhorse and wants it for herself and wants it for her pitchers as well.
Fouled away again by Parker. First 0-2 count for Oklahoma today. No problem. Nice piece of two-out hitting by Ella Parker.
And although Ella Parker was 0-2 in that count, you could just feel her trying to get on time, and you can see that Katie Brooks has a little bit more velo, so just them trying to time up, trying to square up to it, but that was a complete shot right up the middle.
Tiare Jennings. Ball gets away from Moore, but she tracks it down. Moore has thrown out 12 runners this season, first in the Big 12, with a runner on first. Jennings back up the middle. Runners are at the corners for Oklahoma, and the assault continues.
Tiare Jennings just annihilating this ball. I mean, these are just rockets. Squares up on it pretty good. Hits this right center field.
And here's Alyssa Brito. Beautiful bug. Moore lays the tag on Parker, but the ball gets out of the glove. Run scores. Down to second goes Brito. Over to third goes Parker. Excuse me, Jennings.
Coach Gasso just trying to make things happen here, having Brito put down the squeeze, and with the great speed of Ella Parker, but Moore just not able to hold on to this. And we talked about this in the earlier game too, on those tags, just trying to go out and reach for athletes in the situation. Obviously she goes out to get the ball herself, but all she needs to do is just put that vertical tag down at home plate. Ella Parker's got to slide into home, but she goes out and reaches, and Parker swipes that ball out.
I'm learning about the vertical tag today.
It's a big deal.
Well, it is. I mean, you explained it to us earlier in the last game, and we saw runs scored because of it last game, and we saw it again. Brooks throwing hard, keeps it low in the zone and can throw hard. That time there was some high heat. Sooners 4 of 5 today with runners in scoring position. Back up the middle, Brooks gets it home to Moore. Jennings in a situation. Played well by the Jayhawks.
Good defense by the Jayhawks, and you know the Sooners are just applying some pressure and just putting runners in motion and ball hit and play. Jennings doesn't even hesitate. She sees ball angle, she's going. She knows she has a runner behind her. Less than 2 outs, and if she gets out, she knows she still has a runner behind her, and just being aggressive. I love it.
How about the fundamentals by Coach Jennifer McFall's team?
And the defense was great too. I mean, great all around. I mean, great play defensively just to stop that threat.
But to your point, if you are the Jayhawks, you're like, geez, it doesn't stop.
Yeah, let it off on the gas a little bit, please. Can you put some brakes on, please?
Inside, gets away from Moore. Coming down to score is Brito, safe. Eight to 1 Oklahoma. Another look.
And the Sooners are so aggressive. Brito here, just if you give them anything, they are taking it. And just the aggressiveness on the base pass is such a change maker.
Ooh, that was close.
It was close. I actually thought that, you know, the tag she applied was pretty good, but I think Brito got that hand in there.
Runner down at third. Pickering takes a ball. The Sooners have only swung at 3 first pitchers. This is their 11th at bat. No reason to swing at that one for Pickering. She goes down to first.
Yeah, and even just that stat that you said, just they've only swung at 3 first pitches. I mean, the Jayhawks not attacking the zone early in the count, and that's a big deal. I mean, I feel like that's been the difference. And when we talk to Coach McFall, she says, my pitching staff, you know, if we can get ahead on opposing teams, we have a better chance of just getting, you know, not having to leave that ball over the plate. And you see her having to work from behind and working more over the heart of the plate.
Hannah Core is the pinch runner for Oklahoma. And Avery Hodge is a pinch runner down to third. Here's Kinsey Hansen, right? She doubled in her first at bat. Moore fakes the throw down to second base. Sliding safely is Core. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Brooks continues to compete. Count goes to 1-2. Hansen, opposite field, fielded by Rozak and gets it over to Bagshaw. Sooners leave 2 on, but they tack on to 3 more runs.
Started to be 1.
Sounds like you didn't give him much of a chance, though. It started to be 1. I guess.
Well, I mean, Cal Berkeley, it's towards the end of my career. It was 1. Let me rephrase that. It was 1. I'll be fair. It was 1.
We talk about all these pitchers as we're looking at Maxwell now in the circle. Who's the best pitcher that you ever faced? When you went to bat as a slapper, you thought to yourself, as confident as you are and competitive, you thought, boy, this is going to be tough.
I think we talked about it yesterday. It's Kat Osterman. I mean, she had an incredible drop ball. I mean, it literally fell 10, maybe 20 inches. That's what it felt like. And, you know, just being a slapper of something that's breaking down, as we can see right now with Limba and Maxwell with her drop ball. It's just a hard matchup. You think something that's going hard and down is easy to hit, but when it's breaking, it's messing with your eye level. I'm still bouncing and moving, running through the box. It's tough.
First walk of the day issued by Maxwell. Limbaugh down at first. Hansen out to chat with Maxwell. When you were facing somebody like Kat Osterman, would that affect the weight of your bat?
No, I mean, I keep the same weight of my bat
all the time.
The whole time. I mean, you try to train with the bat that you know that you can use throughout the season. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they would say, especially as a slap hitter, you know, if you're going to hit away, you know, get something that has a little bit more pop. But obviously the defense would realize, okay, she's going to come and swing this at bat. And so you just, and even for weight purposes, I never changed.
So all the adjustments were made with your feet, right? Like where am I going to be in the box?
Yeah, and I just, you know, liked a bat that made me feel comfortable.
Right back up the middle, Maxwell knocks it down, goes to second, and gets the out. An excellent play. I would think Coach Jennifer McFalls will want to take another look. Baylor and UCF in the nightcap. Maxwell stays inside, as we saw a lot of more success was on the outside of the plate.
Yeah, yesterday she was going right side and they were pitching her out. And so if Maxwell is doing her homework, you can see her trying to come in on her hands, keep it tight.
Maxwell to Moore, 2-2. Opposite field foul. Some activity down in the Oklahoma bullpen. Carly Keeney and Peyton Monticelli loosening up, and another Sooner trots down to the bullpen. Maxwell dealing with Moore on the field and dispatches the catcher. And there is that activity in the Sooners bullpen. See Keeney closest to us and off in the distance, Monticelli. And just like the Sooners lineup is so deep, so is their pitching staff and bullpen.
Yeah, there's so much versatility. They have so many arms. They've got so much depth.
Laying down the bunt. Maybe a surprise from Kripe, but Maxwell isn't fooled. 2 down. Runners do advance.
And kind of surprising having Kripe bunt in that situation, right? I mean, she was our hero yesterday with the 2 hits on the day, 5 RBIs. And she's got to be your hottest hitter right now. So to think in this situation you got runners in scoring position that put down the bunt, I mean, she's got a lot of confidence in Olivia Bruno.
Runners on second and third. Check swing by Bruno. Ahead the count 1-0. Struck out in her first appearance. Hitting .204 on the season. Popped up. Coleman underneath it. And the threat is ended. Fights it off. How about that piece of hitting by Boone?
That was fair.
They're not booing. They're yelling Boone.
Just this aggressive swing on the outer half. She tomahawk chops that. That is fair, and she knows out of the box that that's an extra base hit right there.
It takes a special kind of player to have the crowd react to you a certain way, right? With the Boone.
Well, what's so fun about Riley Boone is she's just so animated. Like, I love watching her play. She's always got all these antics and always doing something fun.
At the top of the dugout steps, just going nuts for Riley Boone. And she is always, when she's not on the field, on the top of those steps, leading the cheers. But yeah, I love the Boone and the clarification that they're not booing.
Yeah.
Well, kid growing up in Philly, we had Deuce Staley was a great running back for the Eagles, and I remember Pat Summerall. They're not booing, they're yelling Deuce. And I just love, I love that. And it takes a certain type of athlete to garner that type of attention like we talked about, and really what is adoration from fans. 2-1 count. Lilo into the game, foul away. Sophomore from Oceanside, California. Fouled away, same spot. The Leo hitting 154 on the season. This is her 27th at bat of the year. Goes down swinging. Brooks trying to find a rhythm.
Brooks just stopping the threat here. Goes to that rise on the inner half and gets Lilio swinging.
Boone down at second in scoring position. Jada Coleman, who homered in her first at bat. Gets away from Moore, going down to third base is Boone. Think she wanted this one? This is the first pitch.
Check out her face. I know that feeling, Jada.
Launching that home run over the left field wall on her last at bat. Takes ball 3. And this is the player we talked about. She's got 12 home runs on the year, but that was just her second home run in the last month. So finding a rhythm heading into the tournament is huge for her. Takes first base.
Drawing walks, 16.7% of plate clearances for the Sooners. I mean, they're just so disciplined. I mean, that's one thing that I'll say about them is that they have great pitch selection. Like, very rarely do you see them chasing out of the zone. They've got a plan, they got an approach, and they pretty much stick to it.
Fourth walk of the day for Oklahoma. Parker in the box. Boone at third. Coleman down at first. Parker takes ball 2. Opposite field. Fair ball. Goes to the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes Coleman to make it 10-1. Ella Parker delivers.
Ella Parker just delivering. I mean, just so sound at the plate. When you talk about professional hitter, knowing the zone, I mean, just being so disciplined, hitting this outside pitch, going left side, and hits a rocket.
And it looks like we'll have a pitching change for Kansas.
I love the celebration at home. Jada and Boone.
On second base is Parker. Jennings hitting .386 with runners in scoring position.
And you got to start to wonder, you know, why didn't they start Hamilton? But you got to think about the last time that they faced them. They banged her up pretty good.
Catches the corner.
But to bring her in now, you know, you're trying to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Texas and Texas Tech coming up after this, followed by Baylor and UCF. Fouled away. Hamilton last night, 6 1/3. Gave up 7 hits and 5 runs. Lyric Moore, who has been busy this afternoon so far, spending a lot of time in the dirt. It's just how she likes it, probably. A gritty player. Jennings fouled straight back. Hamilton, who throws hard. Call is changed, and here is why.
Man, just the sound of that.
And you know, if you're the home plate umpire, Terry Holt, you quite possibly thought that was a bat.
Right.
But yeah, officials at this level in any sport, one of the harder jobs you could possibly do. Brito swings right through it. Jennings at first, Parker at second. 1 out. Three RBIs on the day for Brito. A double knocked in 2 and a sac fly. Off speed. Just misses.
Hamilton was so money with that changeup yesterday. If she can get that working, she can slow this momentum down for the Sooner offense.
It has been pedal to the metal so far for the Sooners today. 5 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. And it's still going. Brito pops it up down the line, coming over to make the play and squeeze it is Linduff. Parker goes down to third. Patty Gasso, 30 years at Oklahoma. Was here at this stadium earlier this week when it got rebranded, becoming OGE Energy Field at Devon Park. She just talked about the importance of Oklahoma City and the role it has played with women's softball. USA Softball, been headquartered here since 1966. And there's a big investment that has been put into women's college softball because of people like you and because of people like her.
It's just so huge. I mean, that's how we're going to continue to grow the sport. It's having those investments like that and having it OGE Energy Field, just them being able to support female athletes and softball specifically. I think that's huge. And I mean, this is the right place to do it. This is the mecca of softball, right?
And some of your friends were here when the OGE at Devon, OGE Energy Field at Devon Park rebranding took place earlier in the week. I think you told me Jenny Finch was here.
Yeah, I just missed her. We were texting, seeing if we could catch each other, but I was on my way in and she was on her way out.
Counts even at 2-2. And a lot of you historical figures in softball, you remember when this wasn't quite this, right? When you talk about the stadium. It was, the renovations have just been unbelievable.
The transformation has been amazing. I mean, just I was telling you when walking in, the two stands down left field and right field used to be grass. There wasn't the double-decker here. So they've made some amazing improvements over the last couple of years to really, really make this the mecca of softball, and just a beautiful place.
And then we roll in about 4,000 more bleacher seats for the Women's College World Series, which you can watch here on ESPN and ABC. Just an amazing deal. Moore trying to keep Parker at bay. Slides back to third base safely. Moving down to second is Jennings. You know, back to the success of Oklahoma and how the sport has grown. As we take another look at this, Moore just gunning it down. That's that great arm. Close call. Parker was back. But the investment that Oklahoma has made in their softball program, we're seeing it right here. Quick off the bat, deep into center field, coming over as Price. But the investment they've made is spilled over into all kinds of, and what they would call today a five-star recruit. And once that started, the dominoes begin to fall after that, and the other players start to come to Norman. And it was built from basically ground zero.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You talk about building a brand. I mean, that's such a cliche word these days, but she has completely built a brand around the Sooners that makes young athletes want to play for her, and they want to play for Oklahoma.
The California native, she thought this would be maybe a pit stop between a major university on the West Coast and junior college. It has become an empire, and it's become home base.
It's amazing.
Two-0 pitch coming to DeRoche. Monticelli in the circle, trying to even things up in the count. 2-1.
Yeah, and Peyton Monticelli, our new pitcher, and she's more spinning. We haven't seen her a lot. She's more rise and screw, more upspin. See her just throwing that ball in her glove, just trying to get that spin, working on her spin. That's what makes her so effective, is spinning that ball through the zone.
DeRoche lifts it into center field. Coleman battles the sun. One down. Anderson walked in her first at bat, got caught in the rundown. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Boy, Monticelli, if you don't see how hard she's throwing, you can hear it when it hits that catcher's mitt.
Yeah, you felt it on that last pitch, and she's starting to find it. And that's that screw on that inside.
Anderson fouls it away. Anderson working on her timing. Count stays at 1-2. Hitting .297 on the season. We talk about the colorful characters in softball and routines, and Monticelli certainly one of those figures. Really fun to watch her in the circle. Good memories for me, and I grew up a child of the late 80s. Brian Bosworth was one of my favorite players, so you got the shades like that. We're talking about Oklahoma. You know, it's one of the first things that comes to mind.
Oh, that's a nice pitch right there.
Just missing.
Monticelli is trying to figure out where this is at, because this is pretty money. Well, maybe a little low. Maybe a little low. But that's a good pitch.
Full count. Anderson, no chance. Overpowered by Peyton Monticelli. 2 outs. First strikeout of the game for Monticelli. Yeah, he's definitely impressed.
Yeah, and this rise ball is just super impressive. I mean, just the speed, you can just tell the velo has completely changed with her coming in the game, and you can feel that up here, and picks up her first K.
Addison Purvis is the batter for Kansas. Down the line, Boone almost grabbed it.
And it seemed like she just kind of couldn't figure out where she was in relation to the fence or to the wall. But she had a heartbeat on it. It looked like she was about to make that catch and just kind of pulled up at the last second. But she is on it. You see at the last second she kind of pulls up, and I think she thought she was too close to the wall.
You see the new catcher Riley Ludlam, and you see that red tape. Monticelli nowhere near the target in the tape. And Purvis heads down to first.
This is right at Purvis.
Pinch runner Emma Tatum. She came in last night in a pinch running role. Angela Price in the batter's box. 2 down on the top of the 4th. Price trying to breathe some life into this Kansas effort. Monticelli looking for one more strike. Her second strikeout of the day, it would be. Quite possibly ending the inning if she can get there. Goes high, counts at 2-2. Tatum down at first. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Jennings gets underneath it, puts it away, and we head to the bottom of the fourth. Hannah Core from Yorba Linda, California. Sophomore stays in after pinch running. Lifts that into right field, but right at Bizarre. Strike one for Riley Ludlam, Fort Myers, Florida. The senior coming on in relief of Kenzie Hansen. The Furman transfer down to the count 0-1, evens up 1-1. Towering foul out of play. A little second guessing going on. Ludlam grounds out to Tatum eventually. Kind of pump fake there with her swing.
Yeah, that Hamilton changeup will do it to you. I mean, it's so slow, it's hard to stay on time for that, even if you know it's coming.
Maya Bland, pinch hitting into the game. Freshman from Argyle, Texas. Extra inning softball ranked her the 11th high school senior in all the land.
Maya Bland is definitely a rising star for the Sooners. Blue chipper, like you mentioned, and she possesses speed, she possesses power. She's going to be a great addition in the years to come for the Sooners.
Popped up, out of play. Yeah, for Bland, it's in her blood. Coach Gasso knows how to recruit, but Bland's dad played basketball at St. Mary's, was a standout there. Her brother Mitchell ran track at Southern Illinois. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Roped into right field. No doubt about that one, base hit. And you can see or hear the crowd loves to see a player of her caliber that they're so excited about get on base and produce.
Yeah, and you can just see, just with the swing, she keeps her hands inside of this, and I'm sorry, doesn't really keep her hands inside of it. Gets her bat head out in front and turns on it. It's just explosive at the plate.
Leo, in her second at bat, struck out in the third inning. Bland down at first. In the air, down the right field line. Stayed on the field, but the play could not be made. Coming over to try to get it was Tatum. Two-one pitch coming from Hamilton. Leo waits. Bland down at first. Sooners up 10-1. Fielded cleanly by Kripe. Gets it over to Desrochers. Kansas. Victories via run rule. 22 total. Peyton Monticelli will go through the top of the lineup as the shift is on for Presley Limbaugh. Beautiful day here in Oklahoma City. Two more games left after this one. Texas and Texas Tech. And then later on we got Baylor and UCF.
Yeah, and just taking a look at this shift that they got going on for Limbaugh. They got Coleman at second base. Got 3 on the left side.
All right, slap hitter. What is that like when you see that? Does it change your approach at all?
Makes you angry. But no, I mean, you want to have a power game. If you don't have a power element, you got to be able to add that. But the good thing that's going for this ground, it's super hard, so you can get a hop. It's undefendable, so I don't care where you put your defenders at. If I can get a good hop, I can be safe any day.
2-2 coming for Limbaugh. Ball is bobbled. Hodge couldn't get it together, and safe at first is Limbaugh. Just like you said, Limbaugh gets the hop, and she is safe at first.
Yeah, she gets that hop, and they're definitely playing her, or she hits it right into their defense. This gets Hodge cuffed up, and she just knows the speed of the runner. She's got to get rid of that quick, and you can't bobble at all. Limba's too quick.
What did your good buddy at UCLA, John Wooden, say? Be quick, but don't hurry. and when you have it on your mind that you got a speed merchant heading down to first base, it can sometimes affect your flow. Inside on Buzard. Ahead in the count now for Monticelli, 1-2. Kansas got a run in the first before you could pretty much blink, and it has been bone dry since. Jennings calls off Brito. First out of the inning. Moore drove in that lone run in the top of the first with a base hit and struck out in her last at bat in the third inning. Runner on first is Limbaugh.
Merrick Moore, one of the seniors. Coach McFall says she's just been a coach's dream. Just wants to make a difference, be a difference maker for her team and her teammates.
Parker puts that away, and now the Sooners are 1 out away. And Haley Cripen, who produced 5 RBIs last night, and is the reason pretty much why Kansas is in this situation today, playing another day, is the Jayhawks' last chance. One pitch from Monticelli. Wow.
That was some heat. We felt it from here. Like, she is popping that glove. Check out this rise. It's just straight pure heat.
Sooner fans standing, clapping. Monticelli looking to give them what they want. Pop foul out of play. But if there's one player you don't want to face, it's Haley Cripe in a situation like this. She's as gritty as they come, and standing in the way of the Sooners in advancing to the next round of the Big 12 tournament. ends the game. Oklahoma advances, winning 10-1 against Kansas on day 2, game 2 of the Big 12 tournament.
Incredible day. I mean, what we saw today was Sooner offense. I mean, just stringing together hits, 10 hits on the day, but aggressive base running. I mean, they just took advantage of the Jayhawks' errors